Disney and Lucasfilm examine Episode 9 and look at it as a course correction technique, not just because of the Solo: A Star Wars Story box office results, but also as a way to really bring back the Star Wars community into one piece. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, we do know that they're very hesitant on the marketing of this movie and exactly what they want to do with Episode 9 as far as promoting the film goes. We've seen a lot of marketing shakeups back in December of 2018, and now as we are in the new year of 2019, the marketing still awaits. We really have no clue as to exactly what Disney wants to do with this movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. However, when it comes to the ending of Episode 9, this is where things begin to get very intriguing, is that Disney does indeed have a strategy in place for the very ending of Episode 9, where some characters and their stories will have a close, whereas other characters will have open-ended endings in order to build towards something greater and larger and create future Star Wars films and future limited Star Wars TV series surrounding some of those characters. So we've seen something very similar with Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor in Rogue One. Now Cassian Andor has his own TV series, and I can only imagine that Disney and Lucasfilm would do something around the lines of a Black Squadron TV series that has all to do with Poe Dameron and his crew. Now, not only that, Disney and Lucasfilm are also negotiating on whether or not they want to expand limited TV series and connecting them to the sequel trilogy storylines, especially the ending of Episode 9 and how everything moves on from that. So we do know that they're focusing on a new Star Wars trilogy right now that has nothing to do with the Skywalker saga, that's being written and pretty much, developed by the writers of Game of Thrones, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. And to me, they're fit for Star Wars. I think that they're a great choice. But when we're looking at the very end of Episode 9, how the very end of this movie is going to be used to build towards something greater and larger and more magical within the Star Wars franchise as an actual product here, I think that what they are trying to do is that they are trying to really expand other films and other limited TV series that are going to be connected to post-Episode 9 story. If you look at everything related to Return of the Jedi, for example, if you look at Return of the Jedi and how The Mandalorian takes place after that film, it's a similar scenario to that. So that's exactly what they are trying to do with Episode 9, is they want to create a future of Star Wars projects that are based, chronologically speaking, after Episode 9, either in the form of a limited TV series and or, of course, an actual set of Star Wars films that could actually give us more story details of what happens after the events of the sequel trilogy. So when everything comes together here for Episode 9 and they start promoting the movie, I think that Disney's going to make it very clear come Star Wars Celebration about what they really want to do past the new Star Wars trilogy by the creators of Game of Thrones and what they actually want to do with their limited TV series on Disney+. We do know that there's a lot of TV series in the works right now. Aside from Cassian and The Mandalorian, they also have two other unknown ones in the works as of right now. And those two live-action TV series that are currently unannounced could very well have a connection to the sequel trilogy, since they're using the very ending of Episode 9 as a way to build towards something larger and actually create future Star Wars movies and limited TV series that are based after the events of the sequels and connected to the very ending of Episode 9. So honestly, I think that this is a great strategy because you want to expand and know exactly what happens after this current trilogy. Is this really going to be the end of the end and an all-out war that will truly end all wars? Or is it just going to be another Return of the Jedi-like ending, where you think it's all, like happy-go-lucky and whatnot, and everybody's getting together, and it's like a nice victory? Or are they going to leave it open-ended where it could really go either way? We do know that there are a lot of script rewrites and adjustments going on right now for the third act of the movie, and what J.J. Abrams really wants to do for the final frames of this film. Now, in my point of view, when it comes to the live-action TV series, I really do believe it really should start to focus on Jedi lore, Force lore, something to do with the Sith, you know, that whole entire side of Star Wars, that whole entire angle of this franchise, I think should really be one of the main focus points for the limited TV series that are to come in the near future, aside from Cassian and The Mandalorian. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.